What's up, guys? We're back with another Bronco build update. I'm pretty stoked because this thing's finally, it's coming along. I know, like, we've been working on it for a long time now, but it's been kind of just our side project because got the Pro Light right there, all these other toys and whatnot. But now we're back. The boys have been working on the Bronco and it is coming out so rad. So just want to walk you through, kind of give you a quick update. I mean, obviously it's not running or driving anything yet, but it is starting to look like something. So let's start up front and work our way towards the back. As you can see, probably the most exciting part so far. The motor is in and it's looking so rad. It fits pretty good, and this motor is much larger than the other one. The old one kind of snapped back in there. I mean, you can still see there's tons of room. Like, these engine bays on the Bronco are so big. But yeah, so back in there we got some motor mounts. Just bought some generic ones, custom for this thing, because this is a common motor. Not super common, but it does get put in this style of Bronco. Pretty cool. The guys are just slowly getting some things off, so gotta get new covers right here. And then we also had to put a new oil pan on. The guys just did that last week. You can see got the old oil pan right there, much taller, so we had to put a much shorter one just to be able to make it fit, because it is a snug fit. This motor was supposed to be put in kind of like a street car hot rod, so it wasn't set up, but now we're kind of transferring it over. Put a fresh K&N oil filter on it, looking all nice and pretty, and slowly just kind of putting together. Obviously this is in here just kind of for mock-up right now. The guys did order, we're putting a fuel injection kit on it. Oh, that's out of focus right there. Just ordering slowly all the parts. Got new MSD box coming. Trying to figure out the whole AC system. That's still kind of an unknown. But, so, obviously pretty rad. As far as radiator goes, originally we did plan on using our stock radiator, which is right here. But after some further evaluation, we are deciding we're gonna put a CBR radiator in there. Our good buddies over there, they're gonna hook us up, build us a custom one for this thing. So pretty excited. It'll be nice knowing, like, we're not gonna have to worry about cooling. You know, on the hot days, we do live in California, it gets very, very hot. And this thing, like I said, it's gonna be like kind of like a town cruiser and stuff, like go out to dinner and stuff. So you might be sitting in some traffic, so you don't wanna be overheating or whatnot. But I mean, I'm just stoked. This thing's finally coming together, pretty darn rad. As you can see, like before, everything's nice and finished. Actually, we're starting to get dust collecting because it's been sitting for so long. But let's move down underneath. So last time we were not nearly close to what we have now. We did end up pulling the whole cab off the frame, and we put it back now, back on. But we removed the cab from the frame, painted the whole frame. Made sure there's no you know, cracks or anything like that, which this thing is like in pristine condition, luckily. So, well, it's not in pristine condition, but it's a great, you know, build, somewhere to start a build. But yeah, so we got the front axle in. We also have the rear axle in, which, all right, so we spent a lot of time doing a lot of detail work, making sure every part is kind of, you know, we want it to look really good everywhere except the outside. I know there has been some like, why are you leaving it outside all beat up? But I think it's gonna look pretty rad, because the outside's gonna be super beat up, kind of, you know, we got this patina look. But then underneath, inside, you pop the hood, you're gonna be like, holy cow, this thing's freaking showroom. So that's what's kind of cool. My dad really wants that. He's very like detail oriented, so like literally all this stuff is getting hand painted, and just, I mean, it looks perfect. The video does not do justice of how like showroom this thing looks underneath. we can climb underneath and kind of give you a little better thing. I mean, it's just perfect. Everything is just, it looks good. It looks very good. We do have some aftermarket headers from a Bronco site that we got on. I think we're gonna have to modify this one a little. It does hit the frame right here once they're tucked up in there. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do on that. Besides that, they're fitting pretty good. And then as far as shock wise, there was a second shock mount right here, but we did have to cut it off for the headers. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do, if we're just gonna make it a single shock, which with today's technology, I think we'll be fine with a single shock. I mean, the new shocks, King and stuff like that, they've evolved a lot. So I think we're gonna go that route most likely, just a single shock right here. But this is still an option if we need it. Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, what's rad about these Broncos is there's so many parts for them and whatnot just available to order online. So obviously everything doesn't fit perfect. Our build's a little different. We're kind of mix matching a lot of things, but it is coming together. So moving towards the back, as you can see, got a whole brand new, or this isn't actually a brand new rear axle, but took the rear axle, rebuilt it, rebuilt the third member, or rear gear, put a all new drum brakes on, whole new coil pack right here, or spring pack, whatever you want to call it. So this thing's gonna be riding real nice. Got a new fuel cell. The fuel cell was quite the process. We had to, the old fuel cell was all rotted out, and then trying to find a fuel pump that would integrate with our electrical, and to make the fuel pump thing work, we found one, but it's like I don't know, I'm not very educated on this, but we had to, if it was gonna, basically if the truck was full, it was gonna say it's empty, and if the truck was empty, it was gonna say it's full. We didn't want that, so we had to kind of do some rigging and just like made the floats different. Jimmy kind of dreamed up a whole thing. Unfortunately, I didn't get any cool photos of that, but it was pretty wild. So maybe I'll get some better shots of that if we do pull it out, which I don't think we are going to. But so yeah, I mean, you can see we put all new like little rubbers on the frame and whatnot in between. And like I said, we're literally almost every part on this thing is brand new. Got the tranny here, and I'm pretty stoked on this. Just got a rad torque converter from Dynamic. They make some pretty rad torque converters, so I'm pretty excited to see what he brewed up for this thing. So we got the tranny, front diff right there, which is all rebuilt, ready. This is rebuilt, brand new torque converter. And yeah, that's, I mean, as far as the inside's still all the same. You can tell it's kind of dark, but that is all the same. Got the old shocks here. Gonna be putting all new stuff on that. But I know that was probably a little confusing, a little fast paced, but hopefully you guys like. I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update. We've been working a lot on it. As you can see, we got all kinds of parts. Normally this is only race over here, so that shows you Jimmy's been working on it. If he lets some of these parts end up over here, it's a little messy, but that means they're working. So hopefully you guys liked it. Drop a comment down below what you guys think of the Bronco. Hopefully next build update, we're driving this thing, but who knows. It's still got a lot of ways to go, putting this big motor in. But I know they're gonna put the tranny in tomorrow morning, so I'm excited. The thing's really coming along, and I can't wait to go and do some fat burnouts on this thing, because I think that's what this thing's gonna be, is just a burnout machine. You know the deal. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below, hit that like button, and I'll see you next week, every Wednesday, 9:45 Pacific Standard Time. Be there.